Thank you, Madam President. And colleagues, I've been this microphone just does not want to stand up. I have been I think a responsible employer now for the past 37 years. And we vet our employees as best we can to ensure that we're hiring honorable people that respect the rights of men and women in our ranks. I feel very fortunate that in the past 37 years that we have never had a claim of harassment levied against any of my businesses. And I'm knocking on wood when I say that, thank you. But this bill can really cause some major issues for business people like myself that do all that they can with the laws that exist in the state of California. And let me remind you about the kind of laws that we've been entertaining here in the state legislature. There's been a movement here that we want to get criminals rehabilitated and employed, and yet we don't want the employers to know about that criminal history to give these people a fresh start in life. But on the other hand, if we don't do the appropriate amount of vetting that would allow us to not hire an individual based on their felonious past, then we're going to basically hold that business at a deep pocket liability for issues outside their control and their vetting processes. There needs to be some caveat to this legislation that if an employer goes through all the hoops that are necessary at the time of a hire to ensure that they're hiring somebody that does not pose a risk to any of their employees, that they should be exempted from the deep pocket liability of this bill. Look at the opposition to this bill, my friends. We're talking about significant numbers of chambers of commerce that see this as a lightning rod issue, as a potential job killer bill. We need to be more hospitable to employers at a time when many are fleeing the state of California and try to retain those and foster a business-friendly environment so that people will come here to do commerce. Because let me say, I believe the day of reckoning for the state of California is coming. It's coming because I call it death by 1,000 slices. Employers are not going to continue to work in a hostile state that is not respective of the good work that employers try to do, not only to improve commerce for the state of California, providing jobs and revenue, and at the same time doing the best that they can with whether they have 10 employees or 20 employees like myself or more to ensure that the people that they're hiring are going to be responsible supervisors for the people over which they're overseeing. Let's not kill the baby with the bathwater. Let's recognize those good employers that take the extra step to make sure that the people that they hire are responsible managers, but let's also not allow an employer not to have the full felonious history of an employee, a potential supervisor, to safeguard the employees that business already has. For those reasons and many more, I urge a no vote on AB 170.